James Gunn was recently on hand to talk about the DCU and how they're aiming to make this different than the MCU. And one thing he said has rubbed people the wrong way, because he said, unlike the MCU, we are not building up towards this one giant crescendo event. Instead, we are building a universe where many stories are gonna be disconnected and not contributing to the big bad in the end. There was many vocal people online that kept saying that they just want the DC universe to be what the MCU is. Now, obviously, I think that that's kind of stupid because doing the same thing as the MCU really just kind of makes you a copycat. And we saw that that was a problem with the DCEU. They started off as a singular thing, and then with the success of the Avengers, they were like, well, we gotta pivot and be the MCU, and it didn't really work for them. I mean, just look at their output and the box office and you're going to realize that that's actually fact. Now, at the same time, people still like the concept of the MCU, but they want it done different. Enter DCstudios' very own James Gunn, who was recently asked about what exactly is the DCU building up towards, like Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron and Infinity War and Endgame, and how are all these projects going to be connected, and what's the overarching story in all of them. James Gunn said that there isn't one. Who's the big bad? There isn't one. I mean, there is, but the point isn't to just drop hints and put the character at the center of everything. And he said that the point of this first chapter of Gods and Monsters is that they are just telling stories. They are in a connected universe and they're world building. They're not story building. Therefore, the interconnected stories will converge and there's going to be some crossover, but this isn't like the MCU. They're not doing it that way. And I've already seen some criticism in regards to this, and I think it's a little weird because you don't need to copy the MCU and you shouldn't copy the MCU, because even trying to copy the MCU has found itself back against the wall because it didn't work. What I think they're doing is testing the waters. They're going to drop a couple hints and one big one that could be it and go, okay, how do people feel about this and will this work? And then move on from there. And I think that that's okay. They don't need to release Superman and then at the end be like, Superman will return in Justice League Darkseid War in 2027. You're like, what? Already? Like, people already want that, but people will complain when they get that because it's being rushed. Let's let them establish a world and a sense to this universe and characters that are in it before they get to the big blow off, which is everybody's got to meet up and they got one singular guy they got to take down altogether. Well, everybody, thank you for watching that video. And as always, you can like, subscribe, share, do whatever you will. Check out the recommended video that's popped up somewhere on the screen. And also, if you would like additional content, including more discussions and more unfiltered content, check out what we offer to the members section, which has new videos going up all the time.